Peace and prosperity. This is Asaya Mystic, and I am back with another message to help you free your heart and soul. I'm an astrologer, spiritual life coach, holistic wellness specialist, and dark feminine embodiment guide. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the 3 reasons why I decided to create the Lilith Code. What is the Lilith Code? The Lilith Code is a 6-month dark feminine embodiment program that I have designed to activate your dark feminine sovereignty, magnetism, and power. I'm currently helping women to unleash and unravel all of the unhealthy, toxic, masculine and feminine energy that they are holding within their energy field, causing not the most ideal relationship experiences with men and in their life, and allowing that unraveling to call in the peace, pleasure, and power in their life experience and in their relationships that they desire. So the 3 reasons that I decided to create the Lilith Code. Reason number 1, I was tired, extremely tired, and ready to see women living in their sovereignty and their power when it comes to relationships with the masculine. I went through a really traumatic experience in a toxic relationship, and in that experience I discovered a lot of different things about myself, my own mentality, and also the mentality of the other women that I was surrounded by that was subconsciously creating these experiences with the masculine in their life without being aware of it. And so from my experience and being able to unravel the codes that I was holding on to in my subconscious that was creating those experiences to play out, I realized that this was something that was not just random, and it wasn't just something that happened sporadically. It's an actual energy signature that's embedded into women by society, by this matrix that people are living in, and it's causing women to have these distorted perspectives of themselves, and these distorted perspectives and belief systems and programs are creating experiences in their reality along the lines of, just toxic relationships, imbalances in relationships, not getting what you want out of relationships, wanting to be with a certain kind of man and always attracting a different kind of man, and also just repetitive patterns and cycles just playing themselves out over and over again. I was really, fed up with it in my own life. And so I decided to make a change. I decided to transform myself and come out of that consciousness. And once I did, I was able to see immediately other women who are holding on to those different patterns in their subconscious and their belief systems that are perpetuating certain frustrations in their life around their relationships, around their happiness, around their fulfillment and how they feel about themselves ultimately. So I created the Lilith Code because I wanted to see women in their power, and I wanted to see women aware of how potent and powerful they actually are. And I wanted them to know that they did not have to live in a certain way. They can create a different paradigm for themselves, even if it seems unrealistic or something that is really today has been stamped as, morally wrong, right? Because most women believe that it's morally wrong to live in their power, and they have no idea that they believe this. But it will come up in the way that they act around men, in the way that they act in their relationships, and the way that they relate to everything in their life, including themselves. And this cannot go on any further in this new 5-dimensional experience we're moving into. the earth is calling for all of us to rise in our consciousness. And for us all to rise, it starts with, honestly, it starts with the consciousness of the divine feminine. Because everything that the divine masculine bases his action, his expression, his protective energies around has to do with the soul essence of the divine feminine and where she is at in her consciousness. And so when we raise our level of consciousness and we become deeply, deeply aware of self, those things just get thrown out of the window, right? All of those frustrations and issues that we were creating for ourselves all of a sudden get turned into actual production, actual manifestations, actual beautiful life experiences. So that is the first reason I created the Lilith Code. The second reason is because I wanted women to understand the spiritual tools that are at their fingertips when it comes to the magic and the allure and magnetism that they're capable of. A lot of women are being primed and conditioned to be so superficial and disconnected from their soul, disconnected from who they are in their true essence, and a lot of times don't even know who they really are until they've been brought to that place in that space, until they've been made aware. It's just like when you've been living in a body for so long that looks a certain way, and you never think to yourself or ask yourself the question of if you could look a different way or if you could feel a different way in your body, then you will never experience that, right? And you'll never get to discover that, oh my gosh, like I actually, like, after I lose all this weight, this is what I really look like. Or after I, do this different routine or have this different habit in my lifestyle, this is what my body is really capable of, and this is my real beauty. This is who I really am. It's the same thing, because the body is a reflection of the soul. So, and the soul reflection of the body. So I wanted women to have the spiritual tools at their fingertips to be able to understand and know exactly how they can access the energy of their divine feminine energy, right? Because I believe that the divine feminine is spirituality, is the connection to the divine, is the portal to the universal laws of existence. And when we can remember that space and we can connect to those tools in a way that is not just about tarot cards and oracle cards and seeing the future, but it's about actually being powerful when it comes to this paradigm that we are living in and calling in the new earth experience and the new earth that we want for ourselves. I wanted women to have that at their fingertips, and that is exactly what you get when you join the Lilith Code. You get all of the spiritual tools, all of the spiritual knowledge that remind you, because it's all about memory here. We're activating memory when we're coming into the Lilith Code. So I wanted to remind women that you have the tools at your fingertips. And this is what they are. These are the tools, right? I have them. They're right here. And you can utilize them easily, right? It doesn't have to be hard. The third reason I wanted to create, or the third reason I created the Lilith Code, is because I wanted to create a divine portal, a divine opening, an energetic force that women could tap into and connect to. I wanted to create a council of women that could come together and connect with each other in such a deep and profound and transformative way that their lives would never be the same afterwards. That after they went through the Lilith Code, that they would be a completely different woman, and they would be at a whole nother level of confidence, fierceness, and power within their soul essence that they've never felt before. And I wanted to really have women feel that they are in their authority and in their divine feminine power. and have that reflected in their relationships with the masculine, have that reflected in their relationships with themselves, and ultimately their spirituality. And I wanted to have that be shared amongst other women that could come together and connect and charge that energy up and create a divine portal and magnetic power for all of those things that they have already been asking for to come in at such a rapid pace that it would just be mind-blowing that magic like this was even possible, that you could attract your love life, that you could attract relationships, that you could attract your life's purpose and the abundance that was waiting for you all along, just by tuning in and tapping into this frequency and portal of being connected to other powerful women, and also being connected to the codes that remind you of your magnetic potential and power. Because we are very powerful beings, and when we are in our power, everyone is in their power. And so that's ultimately why I created the Lilith Code. And so if you are interested and you feel called to being a part of this beautiful council of women that have said yes and that are ready to step into the love life of their dreams, the relationships of their dreams, and the abundance that is waiting for them, then I suggest that you click the link below, book a call with me, and apply. Or you can go down to the Lilith Code page, read more into it, and decide whether or not you want to sign up, because the doors will be open until February 22nd of 2020, and before January 1st you can get access to the early bird pricing. And also, if you sign up before January 1st, you get a free year ahead reading, a free detailed and descriptive year ahead reading from me. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you all have a beautiful and wonderful rest of your day, and I will talk to you all in the next video. Peace.